Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back once again with Teamer Eldrazi Ramp, specifically the Karn version, on the play for game one. I'll keep this. It's not my favorite hand, but it's not bad either. We go Woodfoot Hills, fetch Commercial District. We can try and set up for a 7-mana value spell to go Lab Temple into Rumble. That would be the idea. Looks like this could be the mono green version. Instead, it's Broodscale, so this Kozilek's command is going to be very important. Let's fetch. Fetch? Jesus. Moto having a moment there. Commercial District trigger, Sire 7 Deaths on top. Ugin Lab, Imprint, Talisman of Impulse, and Rumble. We'll go with, Soda Mike Spawn's nice, but Karn Great Creator, just a little bit better. We'll go KGC, and then pass. And pass. Looks like a Glaring Flesh Rake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw, Gemstone Cavern. So let me take a look here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I can do here is I can ramp Exile. Done. And then cast KGC. Minus KGC, and opponent scoops it up. Good stuff. Win for game one. Let's move to sideboard. I forget if I have a sideboard guide for Basking Broodscale. I do. We want to bring in Stone. Nope, that's for the normal version. For Karn. Want to bring in Dismember. Probably cutting in an Ugin and a Gemstone. Do I not have me bringing in Consign? I mean, it kind of makes sense because Consign oftentimes is a bit too slow, arguably. I mean, Ugin. We want to keep the Ghost Quarter in, don't we? Ish, right? Ugin, Emrakul. They usually do bring in some graveyard hate. 2 7 value spells. We don't necessarily need the 4th return. The question is whether or not the return's better than the consign, and that's the part I'm not sure about. I mean, realistically speaking, I'm not as worried about like the cash triggers outside of Emrakul as I am concerned about the body, and they can just have a Gemstone Cavern. So maybe consign is incorrect. Maybe I am correct about not bringing it in here. Yeah, I think that's correct. I think Karn also provides enough coverage to where just Dismember and K return should be enough. Just need to make sure to manage their Emrakuls. I mean, what can we draw into here? I'll say K command, Talisman, a green source. A green source would only mean a Mega Spawn on 3. It's not great. Yeah, I mean, the best thing we find here is a command. Which is only 4 hits. And I guess at command, a Talisman. We go up to 8 hits. I think that's about it, though. I mean, I've kept hands for 8 hits. Yeah, I'll keep it. It's not my favorite hand in the world, but it is workable. Temple. Blade. Eee. Now I definitely need a command. Either that or Dismember. The Talisman might cut it if we can go into return. So Talisman of Impulse specifically. Otherwise, a fetch or a red source, Saga, trigger. Could be Glaring Flesh Rake, no Flesh Rake. Another return, drawing bricks here. Command X1, and if they have a green source, I think they have it, right? Yes, I believe so. The question is whether or not they play around K command. If they play around K command, then they won't play into this. But I guess, like, doesn't look like they're going to wait. All right, let's see what they got. Just because they had the engine doesn't mean they have the win. Trigger. We have the K command. I would have cast it now. I do not, though. So do you have a K command? Do you have a Glaring Flesh Rake? Do you have Ballista? What you got? Because right now I'm not dead. And I tell an opponent that if they show me Ballista, K command, or Flash Raker, I'll concede. Yep, okay. I will concede. Because at that point, they just look through their entire deck, find a Flash Raker, find a Ballista, they win. Yep. Fair is fair. Yeah, I'm not sure what... I mean, short of having removal, there's not much I could have done there. Alright, let's run it back. Oh, actually, I want to cut the gemstone to bring back in the Emrakul. Do I get in time? Probably not. No, not Chalice. Emrakul. There we go. I'm actually not entirely certain whether or not the Ghost Quarters is worth it. Probably could have cut it for something else. On the play for game 3. I mean, if we draw into a... If we draw into a green source, then fantastic. Then we get a Karn on 3. Draw into a soul, and we have a command on 2. So, I mean, so 9 hits. 13 hits. 13 hits right now. That's roughly what? Roughly 25% per draw. I only have 1 draw to do it. Oh, I mean, I guess I could always cycle the command for another land drop. It's not ideal, but it's an option. Keep. Because, like, if we land an early Karn, just so difficult for them to deal with it outside of a Thief of Existence. Forest. Delighted Halfling would like just any untapped land would be good. We'll K command for X1. Ghost Quarter, perfect. This is excellent, exactly what I needed. And done. And pass. And pass. So now if we just play Karn, we'll be in a good spot. There's Rumble. Rumble finds Blade. Draw. Lab. So I can play Lab. No, Imprint. KGC. KGC minus. So Thief of Existence is a potential issue, is my only initial concern, right? But I think we do just send it with the liquid metal coating and pass and pass. If they have the thief, they have the thief. Stirrings, they don't have the thief. They have the thief, they have a green source. No green source. And Pound scoops it up. Yep. Good stuff. Alright. Well, solid win against Basking Broodscale combo. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I play Karn. It just shores up this matchup in a way that Karnless Teamer or Gruul just doesn't really have in the way of answers. I mean, Nature's Claim, sure. Removal, sure. But Karn's just hard to answer short of that Thief. And by the time they can get the Thief, unless they have it in hand, Karn just runs away with the game. So, solid stuff. We'll be back for match 2. Alright, we're back for match 2 on the play for game 1. Let's take a look. We'll keep. I think right now I'm tempted to tuck the Emrakul. Normally if I see like a Malevolent Rumble, then I kind of want to keep Emrakul out, but I think I want to try and ramp into Ugin, if at all possible. Ugin Lab. Imprint, pass. And hold. Floodstrand, fetch for Sacred Foundry, looking like it is energy, so I'd like a K command off, or K return. K command docs would be fine, but K return would be good. Alright, well, we'll go Temple. So if we draw into a K command, that would be solid. Once again, K return also would be fine. They'll attack for 1. We more or less just threaten the existence of K command. So might make them make some different choices, even if we don't have anything. Elegant Parlor, slow start for energy. We love to see it. Ooh, fantastic. Slow start for us. Another Emrakul. In that case, this is 4. Trigger. We're going to go Ugin Lab. Imprint. And pass. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn 7, trigger Sanctum. That way we can fetch for, let's say, Sire 7 deaths and just close it out that way. Because we'll go from 7 down to 6. That's fine. Yeah, 7 down to 6, up to 7. Not to mention we'll have Eldrazi Temp. So yeah, I think we're in a good spot. Ocelot Pride, not ideal, but we can manage. I mean, you must have drawn into that because you didn't play that last turn. So the question is, what do you have in hand? If it's in a Johnny, we'll hit a Johnny. Goblin Bombardment is fine. I think we still get rid of the Guide of Souls when we trigger Ugin. At the same time, the cats are a bit annoying. Sire's 7 deaths. We'll go Sanctum of Ugin. In that case, I think I might actually grab a World Breaker. Just in case they have a... whatchamacallit? just in case they have access to Static Prison. Yeah, I think that's right. Ping me for 1. It'll fizzle. Yes. For World Breaker. Gain 3 life. Draw a card and pass. Ugin's going to be a damage sponge now. They have to answer Ugin. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? We're just going to sit back on the breaker in case they static prison the Ugin. Yep. So, good choice on my part for going World Breaker. 2, 4, 6, 7. So we can put Stomping Grounds in tapped. They'll float the Ocelot Pride. Go down to 16. They should have whatchamacallit, City's Blessing soon. Draw. Chrysalis, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. We're short on the Chrysalis this turn. Give me my Ugin, please. Let's draw. Commercial District. I will play Commercial District. Trigger. Malevolent Rumble on top. And pass. Again, Ugin at this point is just a damage sponge. They have to answer it, lest they just lose. Between card advantage, exile, etc. Right now we're sitting on 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 next turns. We'll be able to go Chrysalis into Sire's 7 Deaths. And I think if we do that while Ugin's still on the board, I think that's just a GG's. Even if we don't, if they somehow get rid of Ugin, then I think we still have GG's, but Ugin, solid stuff. Definitely, again, demonstrating how we have to kind of shift how we ramp, with more focused on Ugin's lab, but when it goes off, it goes off. Let's bring in Dismember, K return, cut to KGC and the Ghost Quarter, and run it back. I mean, if you draw into a green source, it's pretty nice. Keep it. You have 2 draws. 9 hits. Talisman would also cut it. Talisman Impulse specifically for the return. Shock. A Ragavan would be the worst thing to see. Yeah, that's a Ragavan. Breeding Pool. Let's go Breeding Pool. Shock. For red. And pass. Hit with Ragavan. Worst thing would happen here is a Molten Rain. Molten Rain would absolutely demolish me. Please don't do it. Okay. Well, no, they still could. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Just constant fear. Draw. So we can do this. Ugin Lab. Imprint. I don't like stacking it too much, but we'll go for... Yeah, I've red already, so I guess we'll go for green. And then K return. And pass. Next turn we have a kicked Myco spawn. Do you pitch a Flage? Because if so, we go kick Mega Spawn into Bajuka Bog. We also can always Null Drift to trigger K return. Only pitching one. Alright. If they had the Molten Rain, they would have used it last turn. Otherwise, Arena of Glory. They still don't have enough for Charmaw, thankfully. One short. Flage. Okay, so we will be going for the Bajuka Bog. Down to 13, draw. Yeah, we can go Windswept Teeth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Windswept Teeth fetch. For a forest. And then kick a Myco spawn. We'll kick the Arena of Glory. And then Bajuka Bog, target you. Well, I would have liked to have gone Temple into Null Drift. I think this is correct. We just don't want that Flage hitting board if we can help it. Ocelot Pride, that's fine. We can sweep board. Sarah 7 deaths. Go to combat. 3, yeah, so we're good on Sire. Three, 5, 7. Trigger. And sweep. Play Ugin Lab and pass. No imprint. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next turn we can cast Null Drifter. And if Sire 7 Death is left to its own devices, we win the game on the spot. Keeps it on top. And pass. Static Prison. That is fine by me, especially as they have no energy generation currently. Draw. World Breakers, fantastic here. 3, 6, 7. So what we can do is play Ugin Lab. No imprint. World Breaker, target Static Prison. Give me back that Sire 7 deaths. And Pawn scoops it up. Solid win against Energy. Alright, we'll be back for match 3. Alright, and we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. I will keep and pass. Utopia Sprawl for red. Lab, Sire into Rumble. Actually, we should probably go for green, shouldn't we? Double green. Yeah. Then we can sprawl, so that we can rumble, sprawl. Yeah, that looks solid. We're dumping our hand pretty much, but it should be worth it. So Utopia Sprawl for green and pass. Windswept Teeth fetch for Underground Mortuary. Could be the mono green version. Verdant Catacomb still could be. Temple Garden, less likely now. Could be Yogg or Sam combo. Wall of Roots looking like Sam combo or Yogg. Looking like Sam combo. Draw. So I can go Tucked Sire, 7 deaths. So I can do a few things now, right? We can Talisman of Impulse. Then Utopia Sprawl. For blue. And then Malevolent Rumble. Another Soin Mega Spawn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I love that command. And I think we go with another Myco Spawn here. And pass. And pass. I mean, they're primed to win right now, which I'm not thrilled about. Overrun Tomb Shock. Viscera Seer. Young Wolf, okay. And Birthing Rit, not a fan of that. Alright, we need to draw into something here ASAP. Because they find Sam. Sack the Young Wolf. There's the Sam. Sam triggers. And now all they need is the cat. 2. So I would love to find Karn at this point. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'll concede. You got it, opponent. Alright. Well, that was less than ideal, I'll tell you what. Do I have a sideboard guide for Sam combo? Let's see. You want to bring in Soulish Jailer, Dismember, and not cut the return. So Soulish Jailer, Dismember, keep the return, move from sideboard. We can cut the Gemstone, cut the Ghost Quarter, and then cut... Let's see. Yeah, Gemstone, Ghost Quarter, and then 2 more. Oh, and bring the K return in. I'm not sure if I need to bring the 4th K return in necessarily. So just cut 2 World Breakers, pretty not very impactful. I guess maybe Sire's 7 deaths is probably a better example. World Breaker can at least reduce lands. Sire cannot. Ugin's good. Drifter's good. Emrakul out. If we were to bring the 4th return, we'd probably cut a Chrysalis, but I think we keep as is. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. On the play for game 2, I will keep. We need to draw into a 7 mana value spell. We'll go Forest Sprawl red. If we draw into a 7 mana value spell, we can go directly into Karn. And that will make their lives pretty difficult. Forest Sprawl red. And pass. And pass. So we have 9 hits off the top for KGC, otherwise we can go into Rumble. Young Wolf. Jailer. Let's start with Rumble. So no mana value spell, but we can go Temp. Play Temp. And play Jailer and pass. So that will slow them down. 2, 4, So 4 down to 2. Again, some Life spell lets me go Chrysalis and Karn, but at the very least we have a blocker in the way of Jailer. Temple Garden Shock. There's Sam. And draw. Emrakul, that is perfect. Tuck Emrakul. Cast Chrysalis. Trigger 1. Always yield. Trigger 2. KGC. Minus KGC. And I think we could just Liquid Metal Coating them outright now. We could also strip the combo in the way of the Stone Brain. The thing is, if we do that, we go for a Stone Brain now and they grab Cat, then we're kind of in trouble. So I think we go Liquid Metal for now and then pass. Running Catacombs. Because if we draw into a land, we can Liquid Metal and Brain. Otherwise, next turn I could Liquid Metal and grab another Jailer. Since Cat is not a cast, but a return, you have to be mindful of that. Fortunately, that won't cut it. So I will minus KGC. Yes. For the Stone Brain. Cast the Stone Brain. Short of Court of Calling for Cauldron Familiar here, we should be able to strip out the main part of their combo. Stone Brain, target you. Burning Catacomb. Underground Mort. Yeah, I would have preferred to probably get rid of Samwise, but getting rid of Cauldron Familiar should be enough. Paying cost. So there's the Court of Calling, X1 for the Cauldron Familiar. So now you strip out what? Probably a, let me think. Viscera Seer. How do I spell Viscera Seer? Hold up. VIS, there we go. We'll grab Viscera Seer. Okay, they have a Force in hand, good to know. They still have Birthing Ritual, Beseiju, Cauldron Familiar. I guess, ooh, Force actually can a Jailer, that's right. Not a fan of that prospect. Alright, well, we'll get rid of Viscera Seer. 4 cards in hand. We'll play the Commercial District. Of course, the Force is going to present an issue. And I guess they could just force Jailer Sprawl right now. Null Drifter, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to put you into Grave. 9 and pass. No attacks. Do you force pitch the Sam? Because if you draw into something that gives you the ability to sack, you win. They chose not to. Burning Cat. Draw. Utopia Sprawl. Thinking. I know they have Birthing Ritual and Carrion Feeder. I mean, we could go EEX2, but we'd be short on mana. So that's not a great option. That Force of Vigor in hand concerns me. But short of going Command or Chalice on 4, not much I can do about it right now. And I guess we could grab another Tormod's Crypt, sure. Utopia Sprawl. For blue. Play. Do we want to play the Liquimellow Coating? That's the part I don't know about. Yeah, play the Liquimellow Coating. Liquimetal target. Double green. Guess green white still does get them Sam. Tick up with Karn. Cast KGC. Minus KGC. For a Tormod's Crypt. Let's see if you finally force. Fetch with Verdant Cat. Lush Portico. I kept it on top. That's concerning. Trying to think what my other options are. Might as well target you now. That resolves. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Too short on the Emrakul. At this point, I can't do anything. Birthing Writ, and they have it. Yes. Yeah, there's nothing really I could do, was there? Like, I'm trying to think of what my other options were. I guess if I got rid of the food token, maybe that would have been a start, but then they just would have been able to Birthing Writ, sack, something ETBs, trigger Sam, gets a food. So that wouldn't have been an option. A second Soulless Jailer still would have died to force, so that wouldn't have been an option. What did you... Oh, you didn't exile anything, you just hard cast it, right? So second Jailer wouldn't have worked. Chalice wouldn't have worked, it would have just gotten forced. EE for 1 wouldn't have done anything. It would have just gotten them to be able to do that. Taking up on the food. They would have got another food. Yeah. I mean, let's see if they see the line. I mean, we're past it full. You just sack the cat and win. Because it's not an active ability of the artifact. It's an active ability of the Cauldron Familiar. Wait, what? Why? What? Am I crazy here? Interesting. Am I misunderstanding something? Cauldron Familiar reads, return this card from the graveyard to the battlefield. It's sacrifice of food. It's not an active ability of... Oh, I guess... Right, they can only do it once. Right. Never mind. Never mind. Because we got rid of Viscera Seer, the only issue that they have now is Carrion Feeder. Right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I guess that's true. For some reason I didn't think about that. I don't think I could have stopped what ended up happening regardless, but I forgot that they needed a repeatable sack outlet to actually drain me. Right. 5. So this mana neutral. 6, 7, 8, 9, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we find a soul land. You get Emrakul. X equals 4. Or did they pitch a Dryad Arbor? Oh, they pitched a Dryad Arbor. Okay. So the only card in hand should be Sam. I mean, there's the lab, but we're still short. 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. Trying to think what best option is here, because we need to just make sure they don't get Carrion Feeder then, if that's the case. So I could just minus Karn for Brain again, couldn't I? So let's go bottom, top, and top, minus KGC. Yes. 7, 11. I want my Stone Brain, please. Stone Brain. Nice part about the liquid metal coating is that we can still do a lot with it. So yeah, I guess... Yeah, for some reason I forgot that they need a repeatable sack outlet. Put this in mind. If we just take care of Carrion Feeder now, we should be in a solid position. So I don't think they have any other repeatable sack outlets. And all they have in hand right now is another Samwise. Also missed a Yogg. I did. So I could still grab Yogg. In that case... I wonder if I should have grabbed something else. Yep, we know about that in hand. Yeah, with the Yogg being the last thing. That could get tricky. I mean, it's only a one of. Game 3, pass. Yeah, realistically speaking, should have blocked with the Writhing Chris. Didn't realize I was attacking Karn. I'll just take the 2. And if they had the win, they just play. But here's Birthing Writ. Did you find? I guess Yogg wouldn't cut it yet anyways. X is 1 plus the sacrifice creature. So they can't get to Yogg yet anyways. Thing is, they have another Sam in hand. Draw. Rumble. 2, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll return Emrakul to hand. 2, 3. Our turn. Trigger. Trigger. Rumble. Guess we'll go Temple. Play the Temp. Past our turn, comrade. No shot, you have the core. Oh, thank God. I was like, no shot, you have the core, and just slow rolled me. No block, no attacks, rather. Jesus Christ. Okay, well. I guess. Draw into another Birthing Writ. Don't want that. So in that case, go to main. I suppose the best course of action is just play a Sam. I want to keep this Sam so I can attack with it. Trigger. And then attack in with, I guess, the Sam. And then what, a Cauldron Familiar or a Young Wolf? Could do either or. I'll go Cauldron Familiar. So blocks, block, and block. I guess the benefit of the Birthing Writ is that I could sack 2, but it gives them 2 for next turn that I don't like. So we could like sack the Young Wolf, sack the Cauldron Familiar, sack both foods. So we could sack 1 food, Cauldron Familiar, sack a 2nd food. Then we could sack Young Wolf, sack a Familiar. Do I really want to do it twice? Not really. So let's go to end step, trigger. Let's see, Cauldron Familiar, Wall of Roots. Okay, sacrifice a creature. We'll sacrifice a Young Wolf. And then choose not to. And then pass. And pass. Next turn we can get rid of their last Sam in hand. Because we've gone through 3 Sams. There's Sam. And the Birthing Rite. So unless they sacrifice the Sam to get to Yogg, we should be fine. I'll block both. You don't have any food right now. There's no guarantee you hit a creature either. Sack the Young Wolf, Undying Trigger. Like I said, next turn we'll get rid of Sam with Liquid Mellow Coating. I create 2 food. If we can just get rid of the Yogg, we win. Another Gilded Goose. Draw. Local Metal Coating targets Sam. Alright, so they put a Sam back to hand. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, I will admit. So they'll be able to play Sam. Again, though, they need to get to Yawgmoth. Attack with Emrakul, and then pass. No reason to play the Breeding Pool right now, down to 15. I guess maybe taking the 2 would have been right. Yeah, in retrospect. We're so close here. But so far away as well. They're just one good draw away from winning. Triggers. They're on the defensive now. I mean, they can sack the Cauldron Familiars. But I don't think they have a line to get to Yogg. I don't think they have a 3-mana dice spell to, like, bridge the gap, basically. I think that could be what saves me. So they can bring back 2 familiars, bring it up to 18. Push me down to 9. Oh, now they have all 4 familiars. Jesus. Okay. Down to 10. I think I just need 2 attacks. Utopia Sprawl's not cutting it. Maybe I should have went after the Birthing Rip. Down to 4, we'll pass. No reason not to bluff that we have more. Down to 9. Down to 8. We're at a theoretical 6 right now. Well, this is getting precarious. Like I said, a theoretical 6. So we block, we block, we block. Yes, this looks correct. So we go down to 5. They get another Sam, sure. They can sack 2 and put me down to 3. But short of that, I'm not sure what else they can do. They can sack 2 foods, go up to 12. They'll be at 14 exactly. Yeah, they actually might get there. A K return to be solid right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So we can play anything in our deck. Birthing Rip 1. Yeah, I guess in retrospect, maybe I should have went after Birthing Rip with World Breaker rather than the Sam. I forgot that they could return it to hand. Birthing Rip 2 for a Haywire Mite, so they can gain even more life now. Jesus. Up to 8, up to 11. This should... Ooh, hold on. I need to be careful here. So up to 11. And then they can push it up to 14, right? I believe so. If they don't play this right, we might be okay. Still one too many food. Yes, that is fine. Okay. Which means I can K return. Oh, I'm an idiot. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Because if I would have K returned there, I would have won. Yes. Yes? Yeah. So I missed out on a window there. Because I would have K returned. They would have only had 2 food. And then they wouldn't have had enough. They would have still actually had enough to push up to 5. So they had pushed up 3 more. Because they would have tapped, sacked, and then... No, would they still have been dead? Because they would have taken 4 more damage. Yeah, they would have been at 1. Versus now, if I K return... Ah, damn. They'll still have 2 cats. So we have to K return, no matter what. They'll get 2 cats. I'll get rid of Liquid Metal. We'll be at 1. So they find a way to generate a food, we lose. Yes. Yeah, if I had K returned during blocking, then it would have forced them to crack a food. They would have had to sack a food for the mana from the goose, and also tapped a food for 3. So that way they wouldn't have had any more. GSC for 2. Do you have another Sam? You do. And now I'm forced to... Yeah, not even then. Damn. If I had simply cast the K return during blockers, then I think I would have been fine. Because, yeah, they would have been forced to sack the food, go to 1. They have had no foods at that point. So all they would have had left was GSC. Would they have been forced to crack the food, actually? Yes. Right? Because the Haywire might... No. The Haywire might have gained them 2, but that wouldn't have been enough. They need the 3rd. Yeah. So yeah, by me not casting K return during blocking, we lost. Damn. Alright, yeah. One of those unfortunate situations where I didn't see the line until after the fact. But something that I do tend to forget about is trample. Obviously, they can declare blockers, then we can either decrease the number of blockers or decrease the blockers' toughness so we can get more trample damage through. It's something that has come up maybe once or twice more or other than this. So it's not something that comes up often, but it is something that I think both times has cost me games as a result of me not taking that into consideration. So just another of those examples of you make mistakes, you learn from them, you might forget them, it happens again, you'll learn it again, and hopefully it sticks with you next time. So it is what it is. Unfortunate loss, but you'll learn something from it. We'll be back for match 4. All right, and we're back for match 4. On the draw for game 1, I'll keep reveal. I think I exile Cyrus 7 Deaths here. Yeah. And pass. Wooded Foothills, fetch. Steam Vent, Shock, Ragavan. DRC, that's fine. Could be Prowess, so this return will be solid. Target me. Draw. And draw. We could go Verdant Catacombs, fetch Forest, but I think we go Brooding Pool tapped. Utopia Sprawl for red. And pass. And pass. This way next turn we can K return if needed. 2 card types in yards. We want to do it before this DRC gets out of range. Ideally they play more creatures though beforehand on their DRC. And the Swift Spear, perfect. So short of a mutagenic growth, we should be able to sweep board. Excellent. And pass, put a pause on end step. EI. I guess another thing that I could have done last game would have been to grab a Soulless Jailer, right? This was a thought. So Spear, fetch, or a commercial district, trigger, swine Myco Spawn, top, and pass, draw, cast Myco. We're gonna go for a lab and imprint the World Break. This way, we have a few choices next turn. And we draw into a land. Flage hits Sowing Myco Spawn. Thundering Falls. That's me for 1. And draw. Perfect. The question then becomes whether we go Ugin or Sire. I think we go Sire here. I think it becomes pretty difficult, if not impossible, from the deal of this. We'll just clear the Swift Spear. Get my guess and cast the Flage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Yep. So this is Prowess. And win. Should probably rename the Corey Steelcutter as Prowess. K return and dismember in. We'll cut 1, 2 KGC and a Ghost Quarter and run it back. I will keep. I will pass. DRC, draw, lab, imprint, cast Talisman, and pass, and pass. That's really awesome. But just said, thank you. By the way, I appreciate your content. That's awesome. Like I said, it's something that I'll never get used to, but something that I always appreciate when people, you know, come out and say like, hey, appreciate you for making content. It's still such a strange thing for me to experience, I'll be real. Let's go Stomping Ground Shock here. Malevolent Rumble or K Command? I think we go Rumble. Emrakul, the Promised End. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So I think we go Lab. And we'll pass. This way, I guess we imprint the Ugin. If they don't interact with the spawn, then we can kick the Myco. Soulscar, a good addition to this list, honestly. Bolt targets spawn. That is a good call on their part. Trying to think now what the right move is. We'll take 3, down to 13, draw. Dismember is an interesting choice. Let's go Ugin Lab. Imprint Ugin. And cast Myco. We'll go Eldrazi Temp. And I'll cast K Command. And done. And hold. Chain to the rocks. Targeting. Okay, so on the mountain. Yes, so trigger. Change the rocks enters, target spawn. I'll sack. The question is whether or not I want to dismember here. I think I still do. Actually, no. That resolves. Let's see if they phase change before I continue. I'm gonna hold then. Bolt. Target. Okay, well, I shouldn't have. Take the 3. I need a land off top. K command works as well. In that case, we can just hold up the K command. Well, draw to a land. Yeah, we'll just hold up the K command and call it a day. Because if we can resolve Ugin, 1, 2. So, let's see, do you find a Flage? Change to the rocks, no Flage. K command, ramp and exile. And draw, Cyrus 7 Deaths, 2, 7. Return Ugin to hand. GG's. GG's Clockwork, GG's. And thank you much for watching my content, especially for watching this video here today. Yeah, I think Ugin, I was a little bit worried about Prowess and Corey Steelcutter, though I think the deck does tend to fold on itself when Steelcutter isn't actively being played. I think Ugin and Cyrus 7 Deaths will be significant cards in this matchup, so I was initially a little bit concerned about this matchup, but the more I play against it, the more I start to fear it less between K Command, K Return, Ugin, Sire 7 Deaths. We just have a lot of good solutions. Not to mention Karn with EE is just a solid choice. With that being said, we'll be back for match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5 on the play for game 1. Let's take a look at our opening hand, shall we? I'll keep it. We'll go Windswept Heath. Hello. And pass. I'll put a pause on end step. This way we can make a choice between going K Return or Null Drifter, depending. Mishra's Bauble, Opal. So it could be Affinity. Yeah, looking like Affinity then. Hallowed Fountain Shock for a Tamiyo? Yes, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to draw some cards, methinks. So let's go Breeding Pool, tapped. And draw. Utopia Sprawl for red. I think I'm actually going to go Bajuka Bog and just get rid of the Ambers and Opals in yard. I'd like to reduce the amount of mana that you have available to you, friend. Next turn we can K-Return, get a Tamiyo, or rather, not Tamiyo, but Emery. I don't exactly want them looping baubles if I can help it. Attack with Tamiyo, not Tameshi, Jesus. Oh no, do you have it? You have it. The Kappa. Well, this becomes a problem now. Okay. I'm trying to think here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6 though. I mean, they're gonna push the Kappa to 7 at the least, is the problem. But if I can get a turn and go return into Null Drift, I can sweep the board. As it stands right now, I can't though. Shoot. I mean, I think we have to just take the turn off and hope that we can get there. And pass. Saga trigger, that's fine. Guys, you know how to play any more artifacts. That's okay. Emery tapped, that's fine. Bauble trigger. Attack with both, hit me for 7. Oh, shoot. What is this? Stop it. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Attack, trigger, 7. No. Damn it. Oh, boy. Well, that does cost me significantly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 next turn. I'll K-Return now. Damn. At least this gets some bodies off board. They'll draw 2. Tamiyo flips though, which is a problem. Yeah, I really needed anything but an artifact. So what's the solution now is the question. Triple trigger. Yeah. Just refill the hand. K command is interesting to me. It's possible they just win on the spot because it's at least going to trigger once with the Saga to 9. Do I have a good solution for that though? Not really. We'll pass. We just need to hope now that we just don't lose on the spot. Draw a card. It's possible that I should have K command there while they had their shields down. Trigger, Darksteel Citadel up to 9. Tormod's Crypt trigger up to 10. Shoot. It might not even matter. Bauble up to 11. Yeah. Saga up to 12. Portable Hole will do it. You got it, opponent. Yep. Okay. That is unfortunate. Draw a card. Another K command. So if I would have drifted, I would have seen K command, K command. And not much else. Yeah. Okay. Not much we could have done there. So Affinity, lost for game 1. I mean, Dismember's a yes. K returns are kind of strange in this matchup, I feel. Affinity. Just bring in 2 Dismembers, cut a Ghost Quarter, cut a Gemstone, I think. Then run it back like this. Alright. I'll keep. Debating whether or not I want to go or hold up Dismember or Temple, or rather Windswept Teeth. I guess we can do Windswept Teeth and then choose in the moment, right? Yeah. Hold. So now I have a choice. Depends on what they play. They play an Emery or a Tamiyo. We'll probably just Dismember it. Emery ETB. Let's fetch now for a Stomping Grounds Shock. Well, okay, actually. I should probably hold. Yeah, I should hold. The reason being is, yeah, they could do this. We still want to go Dismember here. And pass. And then we can K command the Tamiyo. Yep, Temple. K command, ramp Exile, Tamiyo. This will cut them off of Mox Amber. And pass. And pass. And draw. Rumble is solid. Let's go Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Let's see. Play Talisman of Impulse. We want to metallic rebuke this. Or dispute, rebuke. Yep, that's fine. No, and no. So now I will rumble instead. Grab Karn the Great Creator. And pass. And pass. If they worst come to worst, interact with my mana, we have Null Drifter. Yep. Land, 1 card in hand. Draw. Another Malevolent Rumble. Let's grab a Ugin Lab. Ugin Lab. Imprint Drifter. Cast KGC. Do you have a consign? And Bone Scoops. Alright. Win for game 2, on to game 3. We'll bring back in the Gemstone and cut an Emrakul. And run it back. Oh boy. I'll keep this. And pass. Sporific Springs, Bolt for Tamiyo. Pass. Dismember. I think we just go right ahead and dismember Tamiyo. Tamiyo down. Another Tamiyo. Saga trigger. Bobble. Draw. In that case, we shock. Talisman of Impulse. Utopia Sprawl for green. Ball will target me. And pass. So they're likely trying to flip Tamiyo next turn. Pass. 2, 4, 5. Attack with Tamiyo. Do you flip Tamiyo? Means no construct token if you do. You could always clear board next turn if you really wanted to be aggressive about it. Portable Hole, Wear Tear, okay. That's fine. Emery will at least K return next turn to get rid of the Emery. Draw. Another K return. I will play Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. K return, Emery down. And pass. We'll make a construct. And open. Darksteel Citadel, 2 cards in hand. We can clear the board next turn. Thought Monitor. We'll flip the Tamiya, which is not ideal. Plus... Sanctum of Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play Talisman of Impulse. And I will evoke. Triggers. Draw 2. Swain Mycospawn does seem good here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. Do we go Sire's 7 deaths? Or do we go... I think we go Sire's 7 deaths. Yeah. Yes. And pass. Actually. I did play land. Okay. I want to make sure for a second, like, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay. Draw a lot off of Thoughtcast. There's Emery. Bobble. Tormod's Crypt. They likely have a consigned to memory in hand, I'd be willing to bet. Tormod's Crypt targets self, see what they have on top. Tamiyo plus, we do need to deal with Tamiyo. Draw. K command. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we prioritize the Sire 7 deaths here. We'll go Forest. And pass. And pass. We need to deal with the Tamiyo. Grabs back Thoughtcast, draws. How many for Thoughtcast? Is it 3 or 2? 2. It's not quite a Ancestral Recall for conditional cost. Grabs back, what, a Thought Monitor? Yep. Just drawing all the cards now. Another Thoughtcast. Amber. Draws of a clue. Still hasn't found Kappa. That's insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I do have the Kappa now. Trigger. And draw. Another Sire 7 deaths. Well, I'm going to first off and foremost attack down Tamiyo. At the same time, attacking at you might be correct. I'll attack down Tamiyo. Obviously can't block. We could get rid of Saga. That is tempting here. And then Bajuka Bog. 2, 3, 4, and one more. I mean, the alternative is what? I mean, I could K return instead. Okay, I have ideas. If we K return, and then sowing Myco spawn, yeah, it seems right. So K return, clears the Emery, clears the Thought Monitor. This way, we might be able to do something interesting next turn with Sire's 7 Deaths and the K return. Let's go Temple and pass. If they do make a construct, we can K command it. Paying cost for what? That is fine. Triggers the Kappa. Six cards in hand. Another Saga. Okay. Another Kappa. Alright. Trigger. Trigger. Attack. Attack for 7. We can recoup that next turn. End step. K command. Scry draw exile. See if they counter it. That is perfect. No and no. Untap. Malevolent Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yes, we can Malevolent Rumble here. Karn the Great Creator, as well as another K return. Well, that does make it interesting. So I could just sweep the board. Do I want to fully sweep the board, though, is a good question. I think the answer might be yes. And the next question becomes whether or not we want the Karn or the World Break. Let's go World Break. At the same time, if Karn resolves, let's go to combat. Down to 7. Or down to 6, rather. I mean, if I just Sire 7 Deaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm going to clear the board. Now's the time to do it. And now they need 2 blockers to ensure that I don't just win next turn. So clear and clear. And pass. So now they need 2 blockers, otherwise I win. Worldbreaker can exile an artifact. Well, they just make 2 constructs, that's not enough. Finds boots. Thought monitor. Darksteel Citadel makes it a 10-10. That does make it complicated, doesn't it? Maybe if we should have gone with the KGC in that case. Worldbreaker. I actually don't remember if I tapped Cavernous Souls for colored mana. So we can go after the construct, sure. There's a consign. Windswept Heath and pass. I can't attack. Yeah, I mean, Karn wouldn't have resolved, and that was my fear of Karn. 2 11/11s. They're gonna make one of them trample lifelink. Yeah. Oh, Pithy Needle. I should have cracked the Windswept Teeth. Worldbreaker. I guess it is an activated ability. Portable Hole. Make it as big as possible. So that way we have to block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you'd be short of the Worldbreaker even if the Pith Needle wasn't there. Yeah, 15/15 constructs is a thing. Even at 2 Sire 7 Deaths, this is kind of a lot. Haste it. Go to blocks. I mean, that's 30 damage, so I can't exactly ignore that. Down to 9. End step, fetch. Commercial district, trigger. Breeding pool to grave. Do you have a consign, friend? You should have used that Tormod script. If you have consign, you win. Even without consign, you might still win. Because I can only crack so many artifacts. It can't be countered, so that's fine. No, no. Resolves. So now it comes down to what they have in hand. Hollowed Fountain, that's not enough. Draw. Bridge is not enough. Main. So I'm going to need to crack the clue, draw a card. Emery doesn't cut it either. I mean, I can play Emery, Tormod's Crypt, target self, sure. I can drain you down to 5. Do I have a way out? I don't think so. Ooh. Well, that is unfortunate, isn't it? Because Bridge will pump it. Because we can Tormod's Crib, target self, put him down to 13 13s, right? Just trying to see if there's any way out here, but I don't think so. Yeah. I wonder if... I mean, I think the, point of contention here would be whether or not the double K return was necessary. I mean, I think it was. Otherwise, the Kappas were going to outgrow my sires eventually. So yeah, is there a way out? I can pay down to 5, down to 3, but there's nothing else. You can activate the Tormod's Crypt, target self, and push him down to 13, sure, but that bridge is a problem. So Tormod's Crypt, target self. Down to 13. It's not like I can equip the boots to something else. I can't sacrifice Opal Amber or the portable hole. I can shock in the fountain down to 4, Spire down to 3, but that doesn't help me. I can shrink them down to 12 12s, but that doesn't help me. So yeah, we can attach the Thought Monitor. Day 1. Thought Monitor can attack. That dies, bring them down to 12 12s, but I can only block 1. Yeah, I needed a way to get rid of 1 more artifact. Even then, I'm not sure that would have been enough. I can't mill them either. Oh. I actually might have one last chance. Hold on. Hopefully this doesn't screw me. I also should have looked here closer. Oh, I could have portable hole. No, portable hole states opponent controls. Okay, I might be able to make this work. Hold on. Emery ETBs. I shouldn't have Tormod's Crypt, actually. I should have waited, because I might have a plan. There's Mox Amber, never mind. Yeah, the thought was if I portable... I guess I couldn't portable hole. I needed a spell bomb, didn't I? Spell bomb would have been the main thing. Did they have anything in exile I could have worked with? I guess I could have Thought Monitor to draw another 2. Let's try and find something. Yeah. In retrospect, that's what I should have done. Would have been to Thought Monitor, try and draw 2 more. Because if we had done that, maybe we would have found a solution. So play Emery, trigger Emery, attach Lava Spare Boots to Emery, grab Thought Monitor, play Thought Monitor, draw 2 more. With the draw 2, then from there, maybe I could have found something. The question is, what could I have even found at that point? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the sticking point was not the K returns, but maybe the Myco spawn. Because was it this game or last game where I could have Myco spawn kicked but chose not to? Yeah, I'm not sure. All I know is my biggest fear was those Kappas outgrowing the Sires. I guess they still would have not been necessarily big enough right away. Especially if 2 of them, we could have just first strike blocked each. But then again, they also could have been unblockable. So never mind. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there was any ways, like any other lines that would have led me down a different solution. I mean, short of resolving the Karn, but I was just confident that that was not going to happen. And the consign on the World Breaker trigger demonstrated that, right? Interesting. Well, sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. It's also possible that I'm just not seeing the line that was there to get me to a win. But overall, solid league. I definitely think it could have been a little bit better. I think we definitely could have made it to game 3 in the Samwise matchup. In retrospect, maybe the right move would have been to Karn for a Soulless Jailer rather than Karn for a Stonebrain in that moment. Of course, like, we'd still have been pretty fragile to Yawgmoth or to another force. They're 2 Beseiju, so they had solutions to the Jailer is the only concern, right? Not that they saw them that entire time, but we didn't know that. Whereas Brain, getting rid of Carrion Feeder, getting rid of Yawgmoth guarantees they can't. But we ended up dying just to the cats anyways. So that, and also, of course, our misplay of the K return. Just an oversight on my part, which cost me that game. I think if we had executed that correctly, then we should have made it to game 3 regardless. So some potential different lines in that game, as well as a misplay on my part. Just not seeing the line where I needed it. But overall, the list feels good. I don't think I'll change anything as of right now. I don't think I would change anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything in the sideboard that I would be tempted to change. Chalice E, Tormod's Script, Consign, Jailer's Solid, Liquid Metal Coating's good. Like, the only card that I wish I could cut is the 4th K return, but with energy being as high of a play rate as it is right now, I just don't think it's possible. Otherwise, solid games. With that being said, as always, if you guys did enjoy today's video, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or just some general feedback. It would be much appreciated. For as much as I hope that you all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope that you can teach me something as well. Last but not least, if you have reached the point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the like button, or not the like button, well, hit that too, but it's a subscribe button as we're getting closer and closer to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers, where I can begin monetizing these videos. Right now, I earn 0 revenue from these videos here over on YouTube, though you can support me monetarily over on my Patreon, where you can get early access to these videos, as well as updates to my deck guides. With that being said, I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!